I said when I came out back to do a little cleanup, I was like, let me check the roots really quickly and see what's going on now that it's nice and clear. So I'm gonna do a quick root check. We are just gonna really quickly go through all the roots, see how they're doing, see what's going on. Looking at this one, I said to myself, it looks like something, it's getting some algae. We might have to replace it. Pulled it out. Somebody's roots are in there. So I said, you know what? Let me do a quick root check with you guys. Let's go. So this plant has killed this one. All right. This is the fourth time I found a root in there. So I'm just going to put another cup in and stay diligent with the root checks. Usually it stands up there with the root checks of the plants above it. These little extra things hanging. So let's just go through them one by one. This one, well, we hope this is whose roots. This one I clipped by accident. Whose roots? Yes. See, the roots are healthy, easily eating and drinking the food of the. Where we go? Let's give you guys a nice picture here. Eating the food of the dill plant. So to prevent stuff like that, we just tuck it in, put it back into its holder, and keep going. I also damaged the leaf just now when I was holding it, so I'm probably gonna have to clip that off, or else it's gonna slowly just die there. So let's get the water in. Slowly perish. Oh, a leaf fell in there. It's terrible. Let me see if it dropped down. I don't think so. So you gotta be a little gentle. I cracked quite a few leaves. So I am going. No, I don't. Oh, the leaves decided that they didn't want to stream either. All right, so I cracked a couple of leaves here, trying to balance with one hand. So I'm definitely gonna have to put you guys back on the tripod because the plants aren't liking this. So let me get you guys on the tripod, just lower, and I'm gonna have to clip those that got. The whole tripod fell. This is supposed to be a very quick root check. Let's make this real fast. Okay, so let me just put this here. Put you guys back in here. And then let me clip those because they were clipped by accident. What's going to happen is they're not going to connect, and then it's going to slowly just collapse. So I'm going to take them off. They're going to be harvested and put it with other harvested fruits, other harvested lettuce. Definitely going to the salad today. Okay, so we checked that one. We're going to have to put another pot in there and another cover. This one, you can't see me. I pulled it out. The roots are pretty healthy. Again, I put them inside of their container. It's also better for them because they have the nutrients in there. The water just passes by when it's on the outside, but it doesn't sit in there. So then they just have to keep searching until they find another plant to basically steal their water from, instead of just hanging out in their own water container. So this is your own nutrient container. Please go back into your apartment, your space. We got naughty roots. This is, what is it? Survival of the fittest at play here. Put it back in. Go to the next one. This one's small. Oh my goodness, this one's also out. They be hanging outside. They are outside. We don't want them outside. You gotta be inside. Inside is better for your health. Wait. They want to go outside. All right. Let's go to the next one. It's a big one. I'm having trouble pulling it out. This one is our spinach. Ugh. All right. So the spinach being so large, what I have to do sometimes is cut. I cut the roots that's inside that were already cut. That's why they're that color, because they were cut before. And give space for the ones that are growing outside to grow. So I basically cut like a triangle like this. There we go. And then, no, you can't eat that. And then rip it out. So that's why there are dead roots in here, because they're not connected to anything. But new ones growing, and put this one in there. and it allows for chance for the water to grow in there. So let's put this one back in. The root checks are very quick. It was especially easier now that we have just did a harvesting, so I can actually see everything, and I'm not pulling out other plants while I'm putting out certain plants.
What?
We did the spinach. Next to spinach, now we have a tomato plant. Now this tomato plant, you gotta be very careful. It is connected to a trellis, and it's being supported by a trellis, so you don't want to snap anything. And I also can't get it out. This is why I put 2 feet in, my foot in, to get this plant out. This is like outside. And I don't want to pull it too far because I need it to stay attached to its support. Whoa. All right. I'm having trouble getting it out. Oh, there we go. It's out. I don't pull it too far out. Oh, all the roots are out. Because I don't want it to, so here it is. You got it out, but it's attached to the thing with the support belt. So I don't want the support belt to have any issues. So we are just sticking these in. Just wrapping them and putting them in. Again, you can also cut the roots as well. I stick them in until they can't fit anymore, and then I cut. But these are the tomato roots. They once in a while go to somebody else's place, but for the most part, they're not growing that long. All right, so here we go. You got it back in there. Then we have our, this one, some of these lettuce are not feeling well. I wouldn't be surprised if this one was also, someone was eating, someone was in its roots. Let's see. Let's see what's going on with this lettuce here. Let me know where you guys are on that. Just check the roots. It's doing okay. Here are the roots. Everything's inside. Let me see. I can't really see because the tomato plant is blocking the entrance. So I can't tell if anything was hanging in there. But as we check the roots, we'll pull out. When we pull out the other section, oh, there's a lot of roots up here. Oh my. Yeah, this is why this plant wasn't doing good. There's a ton of roots. I'm going to show you guys. So I use like a butter knife or something to get in there. Show you really quickly. There is a lot of roots growing in here. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See them? So I am going to use, usually you're supposed to be clean and empty. The way the tomato roots grew up in this direction. So my hand is my finger is short. So let me use I use a butter knife or something just to get them out. I have a bottle cleaner that I use. I'm going to use the butter knife to get these roots out of there. They are separated from who they were attached to, but I could tell by the way they look that these are tomatoes. So they were separated. Now they're probably just going to die in there and cause problems. So let me just clean them out really quickly. Just give me a second to go get something to put them in. Put that back. You here? She's here doing her own root checks. All right. No. Come on. Come. I need to get something to clean out the roots. All right, so I got all 3. A plastic spoon, plastic fork, and plastic knife. So we are gonna just see if we scoop these out with it. There we go.
Yeah.
Like the fork got in the middle of that spaghetti. Why'd you put that back in?
Oh.
I just used the fork like I'm rolling up pasta. And here we go. Boy. Oh, it's watering. This is gonna be very interesting. Here we go. So we got it out. We didn't get it. I don't know whose leaves are these, but here we go. Let this root out. All right. We don't want things splashing us, so let's put our. Where is it? Oh no. Did you? This was here. That's correct. I lost this plant. Oh, here it is. It's green. That was some green lettuce. So we're gonna put. That's why it was looking like this, because someone was robbing up his nutrients. So it gets wet, but it doesn't get nutrients. Because the other plant eats the nutrients right out of the water, and especially if it's a more adult or mature plant, that's how it goes. All right, so we have, it's currently watering. You probably hear that going on right now. Let's check our last two roots. The ones at the top, usually, since they're so close to all of our herbs, the herbs don't grow long roots. That's why they're great companion plants. I got the plants missing their water cycle. Our butter crunch doing fine. Let's see what's going on up here. What's this? Our chives. The water is starting from the chives, so there's a lot of water coming in. Chives are in there good. They're both on. I would switch the other one just to check, but they're both running. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Since it does take, we're going to go back to the bottom, because at least at the bottom, it still takes the same amount of, I mean, it takes, we can check the roots. Here we go. So we're going to put this in here. Somebody's roots are hanging in the mint, but the mint thrives on. Let's see whose roots that was. Oh, this is super hard to get out. The kale's not coming. Woo! All right, we're gonna crack whoever roots this was, because we can see the roots running down into the mint container. So, don't shake it, don't shake it. Let's try to get Let's try to get the kale out. No, this is not a. Let the people stand up. Let's see if we get the kale out. Again, I gotta use my foot for this one. Oh, this one, the roots definitely need cutting. My goodness. Woo! My goodness. As the kale was so big. Uh-oh, what are you doing?
Wait.
This is our kale. So our kale was so large. This root system went on and went into other plant systems. So this one's definitely getting a cut. Hey. This one's definitely going to get a cut really right now. There's no space inside. I couldn't even get it out. Let's put in the light. This is huge. She was cut before. They're gonna get that cut off. It's growing around here. It's like a sheet. So we're gonna get this part cut off. Just gonna cut it to at least right. That's like a haircut. It also doesn't need this much roots because we just trim this. It's not gonna affect the plant to have the roots cut off a lot because it doesn't have as much of support either. So it's a good time after so this is what I do again. Do my little triangle method here. So water can get in there. And 2 little triangle cuts there. I think I cut the plastic just now. And then let the water go inside. Everything's gonna be extremely wet since it's actively being watered as we speak. So now all the roots are gonna be very, very wet. Yeah, we just broke the mold that the kale was in. Okay, there we go. Let's get this back in there. Whew. So hopefully it's not as hard. There we go, nice and easy. It's back in nice and easy. All right, we also got a little kale piece that came off. So yeah, so imagine how much of those would have happened if we were doing this before harvest. All right, so let's get this in here. Uh-oh. Jalapeno. Jalapeno's doing okay. I see a root hanging from somewhere. Don't know where. We'll see, find out. Probably will be the kale, but we'll see. Let's tuck the roots back in. Jalapeno roots are doing good. Oh. And I just wipe this down. Yeah, our kale. Our second kale, winter kale. Cold hardy kale. That's the proper term. It's our hardy kale. Oh, this one is in there also. I thought they were so big. They were just living their best life. So what I have to do, I don't know if this is, I gotta put my foot. Ah, there we go. Let's take this kale out. You also don't want to be killing other plants while doing this. So we got it out. Our little long roots here.
Whoa, whoa, wow.
We're gonna do some cutting and cut the. Oops. Addie.
Eat that. Eat that. Eat that.
It's a lot of rootage coming out. So we're just cutting off the roots here. There we go. Addie, they can't see the roots, so we got a little spot in there that's emptied out. This is our camera lady in training. See, it's again, they're very, very moist. The water was actively running. Some other roots. Once we started this. Excellent. See how smoothly it goes in? That's good. All right. This plant, lemon pepper, it just went in there. Let's just make something nobody's eating. Nobody's eating. Hibiscus. Somebody's probably eating. I see a little bit of green. We'll see how it goes. We'll leave it in there for a little bit. Pepper, it should be nothing because you can see that there are no plants. Oh my goodness, here's the roots. Somebody was making an attempt. There are no plants in this column to really be teething up other people's nutrients. All right, so this one, another one that's kind of tied on. Yeah, I check this one all the time. It pretty much, this one stays in this container. It might grow out here and there, but for the most part stays in. So as you can see, roots healthy, roots inside. Nice tomato plant. Friendly. Now this celery, I don't know what's going on with the celery. There's so many of them. Oh, they're doing good. Good. No robbage. Roots good. There we go. Roots good. Just stick it inside. We don't want it to start coming out. Just gonna put it on the inside just a little piece coming out here. Put it back on the inside. All right, and then we go into our last column here. This lettuce, I don't know what's going on with it. I'm not even sure if that's actually lettuce. Now, this plant's an older plant. Put it here. It was getting robbed a lot, so I put it here because, wow, this pepper's going down here also. It was getting robbed up a lot, so I put it here where there's not. Cilantro usually grows over there if it's too hot. So I moved it. Where there's no plants being aggressors. So this lettuce here has a little bit of stuff on the outside, so let's get this cleaned up. Get you guys on the ground. My team member, and this is the start of it going off in its own direction, so you kind of don't want that. Drop it in there. So cucumber. Cucumber again does this thing. It's not usually, it grows up and out. Doesn't usually hassle people. Now, there was something growing in the lavender. I just took it out like a day or two ago. So we'll see if it recovers. If not, It didn't recover. Then we have our Goliath. That's good. It's very small. So there's definitely not anything there. No roots. This plant I put in last night. There's nothing. It was just an empty space there, and I said, you know what? Let me put some red mustard greens in there. I'm about to order some more seeds. Then we have our basil plant. Basil also usually works nicely with others. Oh, no, it's not. We have our basil. We have a fender. There we go. It didn't go too far. Good thing we caught it while we get it in here. So we caught it in time before it seeked out anyone else. So yes, usually as you get it in there, it can't fit in there. You cut it. You take the dead ones out. There we go. Let's get this in here. Green mustards. Oh, good. They're usually an offender. A lot of times the mustard is definitely they are usually the ones who are doing the most aggressive root people. But this is doing very good. Good job. Green mustard. Now parsley. Parsley is doing good. Let me show you the parsley. Parsley, no offenses. Leak down a little. It's okay. This is our passive gardening system. Not what I'm touching here, but the one right underneath that's just sitting here. This jar for the tomato right here. So it doesn't. It's passively growing. It's not connected to the system. It just sits there and uses the light. And it's been living its life good. All right. So I just wanted to check in really quickly, do a root check. And this is our after from our harvesting this morning. Took very long to harvest. So I probably won't do the other harvest until tomorrow because over there definitely needs harvesting. And I am hungry. I'm about to eat them collard greens. So we have to harvest over here. I'm seasoning the turkey today, and we're going to be eating them collard greens hopefully tomorrow, the next day. So, but we'll definitely be harvesting tomorrow. Maybe if I have some energy, I'll do it again tonight. But thank you very much for joining our root check-in. So we checked our roots. It's nice and, well, it's not clean anymore, but it's a lot clearer. The plants can breathe. I'm going to put the fan on, help them get some fresh air in between their leaves now that everything is nice and light and airy now that we've harvested. And we're going to make ourselves a good salad and some good lunch. I thank you all for joining. I've been Angeline and the team. And if you have any more questions or anything on root checks, later on today, I'll add the link in the description below. However, you can go to my webpage at avgardening.com, and I have blog posts and kind of written out instructions and more detail on checking roots, importance of checking the roots, and most of the videos that I have up on this site. Thank you all for joining, and stay green always. I've been Angeline, and talk to you next time.